Hi guys! So as you can see from the title, today I want to talk to you about how to plan a Walt Disney World holiday. So I was all very new to this a couple of years ago, and I have watched so many videos and read so many blog posts that I really wanted to try and put all the information that I wish was in a video into one video for you guys. So as you know, I'm going on a Disney World holiday this September on our honeymoon to Coronado Springs. The thing you need to think about is when you would like to go. So you need to take into account work commitments, school holidays, weddings for friends and family, all different things that might influence you on the outside as to when you would like to have your holiday. Now obviously the price differs very much between peak times, school holidays, holidays such as Christmas, Easter, certain times of year where families like to spend time together. Obviously those are expensive times at Disney. The next thing I would suggest is for you to have a look at all the different amazing events that go on at Disney World. So if you're a runner, you might like to do the Run Disney. If you're a spring person, that appreciates flowers, you might prefer the Flower and Garden. I decided that we wanted to go when Food and Wine was on, and also Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So because of those two things, obviously we've got a bracket to go from August through to November. And we decided that we were going to go in time with our actual wedding. We will have our wedding anniversary at Disney and also Paul's birthday, both of them at Disney. So we are going from the 18th of September through to the 9th of October. Number 2, where to stay. So I would say have a think about it, what matters to you. So you can do villas, you can do hotels on iDrive, you can stay at Universal, you can stay at Disney, lots of different places, lots of different types of holidays. Now, we decided that we wanted to go on site, so we wanted to stay with Disney. We wanted to stay in the Magic, have all the free transportation, have the transportation known as the Magical Express from the airport, and that was the sort of holiday that we wanted. My other half is a lorry driver, so he drives for a living, so it was really important for him that he didn't want to have to drive. So we decided, well, let's have a look around. We looked at the options for villas, we looked at the options for iDrive hotels, but for us, we really liked the idea of staying on site at Disney. And when we saw the advertisement for the free dining, that just made the decision for us. Now I will do a separate video for you on dining plan, but just to give you a heads up, when you're a UK guest, usually at the end of April, the dates for the next year's free dining are released. So last April we booked this, so we paid £100 to book our holiday last April. We then get up until the end of July to pay off the holiday, so that gives you lots of flexibility, lots of time to try and save everything up, but you know that you've got that holiday booked, and the free dining is just an absolute bargain. It's the idea that you just have your Magic Band, you don't have to think about money, you don't have to think about credit cards and all of those things. You can just have your Magic Band and it's paid for. And there's you can eat in really nice restaurants, not having to think, oh, you know, how much are things, and let the price affect what you order. So end of April that gets released, you can book that, and it's select dates that they will tell you at the time. So we booked the free dining. Just to explain, with Disney they have different bands of accommodation. So you have your value resorts, your moderate resorts, your deluxe resorts, and deluxe villas. Now, the moderate resorts are fun, they're larger than life. You've got the All-Stars, which is All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, and All-Star Movies. You've got Pop Century Resort, Art of Animation. These are all very colourful, I would say family-focused hotels. Heavily Disney themed. Think big sculptures of the 101 Dalmatians, think huge stars and sports equipment, and It's really super themed. So if you're looking for a holiday that is super themed, maybe you've got children, so you want a bit of busyness, you want other children for them to play with, value resorts are a really good option. So if you want something that is price friendly, child friendly and lots of fun, a value resort may be the way to go for yourself. Now, moderate resorts are a halfway point between everything. So they are, I would say, more sophisticated, more themed. The pools have slides. These are I feel like they're more grown-up hotels. And these are the moderate resorts. So you've got Port Orleans Riverside, Port Orleans French Quarter, Caribbean Beach and Coronado Springs. Now, we have chosen to stay at Coronado Springs purely because of theming. Now, again, it's all about personal taste. This is why Disney have so many different types and so many different themes to resorts, because everyone's different and everybody wants a different thing. What I love about Coronado is it's all the colours, it's the atmosphere, it's the difference between the three sections that are within Disney Coronado Springs itself. It's got a great location in between Hollywood Studios and Epcot and also Animal Kingdom. So the only park that's a little bit further away is Magic Kingdom, but it's my favourite park, so I don't mind travelling further to get to there. So Coronado Springs is a little bit special in my opinion, because it's a convention resort. It has all the amenities that you have in a deluxe resort at a moderate resort price. So we absolutely love it. We cannot wait to be going. Fingers crossed for us that we are in casitas, because that is my favourite theme. But I'll tell you more about Coronado Springs in a separate vlog, and I will be doing a tour for you while I'm out there. So then you move on to the deluxe resorts. So deluxe resorts are very luxurious. They're very finely themed, lots of fine details, fine dining or signature restaurants within them. So you've got Animal Kingdom Lodge, Polynesian Resort, and like I said, the villas are in a separate category, one up from that. Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and also the Contemporary Resort. So they are your deluxe resorts. And Wilderness Lodge, sorry, I forgot one. And Wilderness Lodge Resort. So those are, like I said, a lot more expensive, but they are also a lot more exclusive, a lot more, they are closer and usually have multiple transport options. So for example, the Contemporary Resort and Grand Floridian, they're just a hop on the monorail to the Magic Kingdom. In fact, you can walk to the Magic Kingdom from both of those resorts as well. So it's the chance to be very close to Disney. I have seen someone's vlog actually where from their bedroom they could see the fireworks. So you are paying for that position. So once you've decided what sort of holiday you would like, and sorry, and where you would like to stay, then obviously you can go on to thinking about your travel. Okay, so as I said, we're staying on site, so our transfers will be done by Disney. So that's known as the Magical Express. It's completely free, and you book your place onto the Disney Magical Express. You'll get an email or something to print off to show them, because if you're in the UK, you will not get your magic bands or your luggage tags sent to you. You will have to pick them up from the resort. But don't worry, it's easy. Disney staff or cast members are really friendly, so they won't cause any problems. So the next thing you need to think about are your flights. Who do you want to fly with, and when do you want to fly? So we wanted to fly on a Wednesday because I like doing the midweek. So I had the beginning of the week to work and to have a day sort of prepping and getting the final bits. And then the Wednesday, obviously, is when we're going to fly out. So the Tuesday, which is the night before, we are going to be staying at Gatwick Hotel just to make sure that we don't get stuck in any traffic. So we are, at the moment, we haven't booked our flights. I am umming and ahhing between Norwegian, British Airways and Virgin. Now at the moment, and through the whole of last year when I was tracking the flights, Virgin have been double the price of the other two. Now, no matter how good Virgin are, I don't think that I can warrant doubling the price for the same journey for somewhere that's going to get me the same time. So we are really deciding between Norwegian Air and British Airways. Now, I've never thought of Norwegian as a contender before, but some of our close friends always fly with them. And they really said, look, give them a go. They do a flying club. They've got new planes. On long haul, you get food included, and you can add extra baggage. So they've got everything that we need. So I will let you know when we book who we decide to book with, but that's the decision you need to make. So we decided that we wanted to fly as early as possible on the day, so on the Wednesday. So we want to fly at around 10 o'clock. That was the other bad thing about for us about Virgin, is Virgin's flights are between 1 and 1:30, and we wanted to have been gone before then. So BA's flight is at 10:50. Norwegian's flight is at 11:05, so they are both similar sort of times, which means we get to Florida earlier, which means we get to our resort earlier, and that's what we're looking for, really, to sort of start our holiday as early as possible. So, step 5, your itinerary. So I think this is a super fun part of the planning process. So about 5 to 6 months before your trip, the park hours should come out. So the park hours will give you an idea of when, if you're staying on site, the extra magic or early magic hours are at each park. Now, my tip for off-site members is, if you are not staying on site, do not go to the same park as the extra or early magic hours, because a lot of the resort guests are going to head to that park, and being as you can't get the benefit of going in for the earlier time or the later time, you will probably benefit going from a different park. So along with that, I would say check the busy day guides. So the DIB do one, Touring Plans do one, there's Dad's Guide to WDW. There's different websites that do busy day guides, and I like to look at a couple of them to plan which days I'm going to do which things. Now, the other reason that you want to get an idea of which places you're going to be at which times is because of step 6. Step 6 is ADRs, or Advanced Dining Reservations. So whether you are staying on-site or off-site, if you wish to book table service restaurants, you can do so 180 days out. Now, all of the best places to eat are going to go the quickest. So if you want to eat at Ohana, Cinderella's Royal Table, anywhere like that, you are going to need to make sure you book in as early as possible. Now, with the ADRs, if you are on site, you can book the first 10 days of your holiday from your 180 day mark, and then after the 10 days is day by day basis. If you're staying off site, you can only do it day by day, so you're going to have to log in every day if you're going to do it online, when that opens, or when the phone lines open. So you're going to need to do that as early as possible, and of course the only way that you can do that is if you know where you are approximately at each time. So quick service restaurants, you do not have to book ADRs, so it's only table service restaurants. Also, Be Our Guest, although it is a quick service. So fast passes are the next thing. So if you are staying on site at a Disney resort, you can book your fast passes 60 days in advance. If you are not staying on site, you can book your fast passes 30 days in advance. I am just going to give you a brief overview of fast passes. If you'd like to know more, then please comment in the box below and I'll do a video for you. So fast passes are a way that you can book the favourite rides that you want to go on during your stay, during your day. Now, you can pick 3 fast passes a day. They have to be all within the same park, so you can't book Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Magic Kingdom, then Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios, and then Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom. They all have to be within the same park. Now, once you have used those 3 fast passes, you can then book one, use one, book one, use one, and they can be in other parks. So Magic Kingdom is the only park that does not have a tier system. All the other parks have a tier system. What that means is the busiest, most popular rides are in the top tier, so you can't book all 3. For example, you in Animal Kingdom, you can't have Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey. You will have to fast pass one. Now, if you're going for extra morning hours or extra magic hours in the evening, you could always plan to run at rope drop to Flight of Passage or Navi River Journey to ride that, and a fast pass the other one. So that is a way around it to try and get you to do that, but it's so everybody has a fair chance at getting on rides. So if you've been to Disney before, quite a few years ago, there used to be fast pass machines that you used to have to get a ticket. You don't do that anymore. It's all on that lovely little magic band of yours. So at the fast pass entrance, you'll have one of the Mickeys. You put Mickey to Mickey and it will let you in. Now, there are some time restrictions about timings, but again, if you want to know about that, let me know in the comments below. Next is holiday shopping and saving. Now, if you've watched any Disney vlogs like I have, you will know there are lots and lots of things that you might like to purchase when you are out in Orlando. So it's super important that you try and save money for that shopping. Now, there are some people that go that do not spend money or they don't seem to buy souvenirs, so don't think you have to. I really recommend that you try and save some money. For me, I've got my eye on a Spirit jersey, haven't decided which one yet, and I would love to have a Dooney and Burke bag, and we may have a little bit of an addiction to mugs. So yeah, that's going to be on my to-do list, shall we say. Hi again. Obviously I have changed. The reason I've changed outfits is because I went out and collected Paul, and that's why the lighting's a little bit different. I went out and collected Paul, and then I came back to finish the video. So yeah, quick outfit change. So yeah, where do we get to? So like I've explained before, I'm not sure if you're aware, but when you stay on site at Disney, you do have what's called mousekeeping, which is housekeeping, which means every day they'll come in, they'll make your beds, they'll refill all of your, sorry, this is one of my cats. They'll refill all of your like coffee and tea and stuff like that, anything that you've used. If you run out of any of your toiletries, you can ask for more. They empty your bins. They do that every day. Now, you can opt out of mousekeeping, and there's different offers at different times at different resorts. So I think the current one at Coronado Springs, as per a group that I'm in, is $10 off a night. So you get $10 for every night that you don't have it onto a gift card. So for us, because obviously we're staying for 21 nights, if we opted it out, we would get $200. But I quite like the fact that, you know, they're going to make the beds, change the bedding, things like that. Just, I like the idea of that happening. So lots and lots of people make mousekeeping envelopes. So they're little envelopes that you can put money into, because obviously then if you put money on the side, they're not just going to take that money, because if you were to put your change on the side and suddenly find it's gone and it's because they assumed it was their tip, that could get a little awkward. So to make it nice and easy, it's nice to make mousekeeping envelopes where they know that, you know, the money in there is your tip to them for doing such a good job in the room. Tip number 10 is packing. Now, if you're not sure what to pack, there's handy websites like the Dib that will give you a long list of what to pack. Look at other vloggers, you know, think about other holidays that you go on. Now, the big difference to Disney than other holidays is you are going to need some shoes that you can comfortably walk in. There's a lot of walking in Disney. When you have a look at people's like trip reports and things like that, a lot of them are saying it's 20 to 30,000 steps a day. So you're going to want some comfortable shoes. You're going to want if you like going on the water rides, you're going to want some clothes that are quick drying. Also think about the weather. Do some research on the weather when you go. Are you going to need a jumper for the evening? Are you going to want clothes that are super airy because it's so humid? Are you going to want layers? Try and have a think about all of those different things. Also think about where you're dining. A lot of the restaurants, especially the signature restaurants, do have a dress code. So you're going to need to make sure that you've got outfits that you can go and you can put on to go to those places. Especially some of the super nice ones. You know, you don't want to look underdressed when you're going there. So those are my top tips for the plan. Now, I can show you my rough, this is my rough plan for the days that we're going. So as you can see, it is the I've got a spreadsheet, that's got the days across the top, saying what days of the week it is. Then each little column, each little box has its own date in. So this is my rough plan. So like I said to you, so today is the 6th of March, and I can book my advanced dining reservations on the 22nd of March. So that's why I've done this, so I know roughly where I am. I'm not going to share it with you yet until I've booked my ADRs and my fast passes, then I'll share them with you. But it gives me a rough idea of where I am. And also in preparation for that, I have written all of the dates down and the top restaurants that I would basically like to eat in there for each day. So for example, the first day is a Magic Kingdom day, because that is my favourite park. So the options are Cinderella's Royal Table for breakfast, Be Our Guest for breakfast or lunch, or Crystal Palace. So I'll tick the one that I get and write the time next to it so that I can add it to my spreadsheet. I hope this is really, really helpful. Like I said, if you want any other planning videos or got any questions, pop them in the box below. I would love to answer that and love to get some sort of conversation going. I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe so we can build our community in here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.